Hello. First and foremost, we want to thank you for having us at this event in front of such impactful community members. As you may know, we're here representing Clatsop Community Action, also known as CCA. I'm Andrea Birch, and I manage Clatsop Community Action's low-income apartment complex, Hilltop Apartments in Astoria. And this is Jackie Sari, CCA's mental health and drug and alcohol navigator. Our director, Viviana Matthews, sends her apologies for her absence. She had a prior obligation out of town. We're honored to be here on her behalf and represent Clatsop Community Action and its presence in the community. I'll hand it over to Jackie to put shine a light on CCA.
Thank you for having us. For those of you who may not be familiar, Clatsop Community Action is a nonprofit agency located in Astoria, Oregon. It was established in 1989 with the goal of helping people meet housing, food, and other basic needs. Over the course of 35 years, CCA has evolved into a multi-service organization offering a wide range of service programs to address the needs and barriers faced by folks in Clatsop County. CCA provides services and supports to those in our community through low-income housing, rental, deposit, and energy assistance, supplying food for mobile and stationary food pantries, personal care and household cleaning products, case management support, and information and referrals to help clients access a wide variety of opportunities to fulfill unmet needs. You can find fingerprints of CCA at the Social Services Office, the Hilltop Apartment Complex, the Regional Food Bank, the Community Resource Desk at Providence and Columbia Memorial Hospital, the Veterans Service Office, Resident Services locations, and Columbia Inn Shelter. We also work to connect individuals who seek our services to organizations who may assist with other specific needs and supports. To help facilitate these connections, CCA partners with agencies in the community such as the Harbor, Helping Hands, and Clatsop Behavioral Healthcare, to name a few.
As you can see, CCA has a huge presence in Clatsop County. We actively support 35% of the county's approximate 41,000 residents each year. The Census Bureau estimates that 10% of those residents live below the poverty line, with the largest demographic being females between the age of 55 and 65. And according to the latest Regional Health Assessment by Columbia Pacific CCO, Clatsop County has the highest homeless rate per capita, with 17 out of every 1,000 people experiencing homelessness. These residents rely heavily on our support for many services. However, there's one we're here to talk about today that's most basic and essential. Let me ask you, when was the last time you worried about where you were going to wash your hands or brush your teeth or wash your clothes? It's easy to take these small but necessary items for granted. The personal care pantry offered by CCA is a vital service to the community that relies heavily on donations and special funding to provide products like soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste, and even feminine products. It's so important for individuals and families that struggle to have access to these items, not only to ease the financial burden, but to improve health and wellness. Currently, those supplies for the personal care pantry are available at limited locations across Seaside and Astoria. We would like to extend our reach into the community to have inventory at additional locations across Clatsop County. Securing funding for these enables CCA to expand the program for all current and future sites. However, despite having a broader reach, transportation is still a significant barrier for our clients. CCA also looks to amplify their current mobile street outreach program, making access to these goods easier for rural and hard-to-reach community members. This allows us to positively impact individuals and create opportunities for self-sufficiency and dignity.
CCA creates opportunities for this with events such as the Military and Veterans Convention coming up on September 5th at the Seaside Convention Center, and Project Homeless Connect with a date to be determined. Both of these events offer a variety of services, including but not limited to access to personal care items. We also have the finalization of a project coming up within the next 6 months or so. Esperanza Village is a micro shelter project we currently have in the works. Similar to the Columbia Inn, we would like to have access to personal care pantry items available to those who stay there. And I'd like to take a moment to share a success story with you ladies. As Andrea stated before, the largest percentage of our unsheltered population in the county are women. One of these women, who had been living on the streets for years, has high medical needs and each month would receive a daily supply of feminine hygiene products from our street outreach specialist. This individual was also recently housed at our Columbia Inn shelter, where she continued to utilize the items available from the personal care pantry. We are excited to share that she has obtained housing, and not only has she been able to receive ongoing support items for her medical needs.
Okay. We had it at 5 minutes up here.
It was 6 minutes total, and I held up the 4 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was watching the clock on here. All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Okay.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. She has obtained housing, and she has been able to receive ongoing support items for her medical needs. Where are we at here?
Yep, you got it.
There we go. And obtain some basic supplies for her household. So,
Thank you very much. Any questions?
You have 2 minutes of questions.
Okay.
fantastic.
Ma'am in the back.
If you were awarded this money, what would it be used for?
It would be used to help stock that personal care pantry and make it available at more locations across Seaside and Astoria. Right now, it is only at the Astoria office on 9th Street. We have some at the shelter and some at some of our resource desks at the hospital, but very small locations. So we would add to those locations, and then our outreach people would be able to take them to rural areas as well.
Do you take donations of personal items?
Yes, we do.
Is it the site on 9th Street?
Yes, yeah. So to my knowledge, often people will also donate to the Columbia Inn shelter. And so I would definitely encourage anybody to reach out to our front desk and see where the need would be most utilized at, for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
What mental health support do you offer?
So I'm actually contracted through DHS to work with folks who receive TANF and who are jobs eligible. And I work throughout District 1, so I service both Columbia and Tillamook County as well. And I get these folks who are eligible connected to mental health and drug and alcohol services in those specific counties, or potentially outreaching depending on their insurance providers.
Yes, ma'am.
Any estimate on how much it would cost for, say, 3 months or 1 month to provide hygiene for all the people that you know that are not being served?
Oof, that's a big question.
I'm trying to remember what the check says signed were recently. I mean, thousands of dollars, easily. Based on what we have available at the current office, I mean, we're talking toothbrush, toothpaste, feminine products, combs, shampoo, socks. The list is endless, and that's just a small amount of what we can provide. I was told I was. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.